Hi, this is Jason Fielder with the Daily Forex Report for January 21st. We're going to take a look at the US-Japanese yen pair first. I am expecting this pair to move as high as 91 and as low as 85.96. I know that's a pretty large range. Let's tighten it up a little with our support and resistance. Do believe we're going to run into some resistance around the 90.02 level if we pull back, and I do believe we'll find some support around the 88.85 area, which we're coming close to. Another probably over 10 pips, 13 pips or so lower, and we should hit some resistance or support in this pair. Now, if you recall from yesterday, we were looking to basically take out a trend line that we had drawn from this low to this low, looking for it to take out this low, this session's low. And it did do that. It did produce a 75 pip profit in our account for that trade. So that's just a quick little swing trade that we were looking for, and definitely made it pushed much lower. But you know, 75 pips out of the market, 75 pips. Now switching over to the Euro USD pair. Well, maybe we can get it to switch at some point. There we go. Okay, this particular pair closed up today. The bias is definitely to the downside. It is moving down. I am expecting it to move as high as 132.16 and as low as 126.83. Look for some resistance around 131.16 and look for support around 128.22 in this particular pair. Now switching over to the pound US dollar pair. There we go. It's just not wanting to switch today for some reason. This particular pair pushed much lower today. Matter of fact, if you recall from a couple of videos ago, it was actually several videos. I did 2 videos on that mentioned the head and shoulders formation. We did get a break of that over the last session, the previous session from today. We actually I had one target I talked about in that, but in the very first time I mentioned it in that video, I talked about 4 targets, and we actually hit all 4 targets during the first session. We hit 2, and during the second session after the breakout, we've hit the other 2 today. So a very profitable trade. The head and shoulders formation is known for being profitable, and it has proven to be so once again. Now we are looking for this pair to push as high as 1.4181 and as low as 134.10. I'm looking for resistance to come in around 140.26 and support around 138.64 in this particular pair. Now switching over to the US Swiss, this particular pair is moving higher. It closed higher today. The bias is definitely to the upside. I am looking for it to move as high as 117.13 and possibly as low as 112.78. Now look for some resistance around 11600 and look for support around 114.60 in this particular pair. Really don't have much that I'm looking for during this next session. I've looked through the charts and don't have anything in particular that I'm putting on or looking at going into this next session. It could be interesting if some of these pairs start to pull back. We may have some swing trade opportunities, maybe some inside bar opportunities if the ranging slows down a little bit. Looking ahead though for tomorrow, we do have the Canadian dollar releasing their retail sales for November. That's being released at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Consensus is that it has dropped from negative 0.9% down to negative 2.0%. So a very large drop. If that is the case, we could see the Canadian dollar move negatively, especially if it comes out even worse than that. Remember that the retail sales is one of the top 5 news announcements that a currency can have. I normally don't trade the retail sales unless it's a U.S. announcement, just to let y'all know that. If y'all have not read my 60-30-10 report, I would highly recommend going to www.triadformula, that's FORMULA.com, and you can take a look at that, read through that, and then we have a blog that I've posted another video to, 2 videos currently, and you can see what some of the other traders are talking about there on the blog. So until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.